And we are back. All right. So I did a big rant. Um, I don't know how you guys appreciated it or not. I mean, look, I don't understand how people think. I'm not gonna act like I do, but I do understand what people think because I do indulge in philosophy and stuff like that. I'm a philosopher myself. I like to think. I like to use my head. But at the same time, that's the same reason why I don't understand how people think, because what I understand from people makes no sense. Like what I understand from what I understand from what I understand from people, it doesn't add up. Like the shit doesn't make sense. And of course, I'm not talking about like old philosophy from 1800s. I'm talking about today. Because the 1800s was the 1800s. Today is today. I digress. Nonetheless, that I do understand that my way of expressing myself might rub off not bullshit. I don't believe that. You might get offended by what I say, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna come to your fucking senses eventually, and you're gonna know that, and you already know that I'm right at the end of the day, regardless of how you're feeling. If your emotions, if your panties are in the bunch, it doesn't matter, because you know that I'm right, because I'm telling you the truth. So it doesn't really like I'm not gonna sit there. I mean, I understand why your panties in the bunch, more or less, kind of, a little bit, maybe not, not really. The reason why though is because this is a fucking state of emergency. This is a state of emergency. It's not time to be like, oh well, blah 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 blah. It's not really that time. I mean, like, if we wasn't being overrun by a bunch of gays, by a bunch of fucking homos, okay? If we weren't overrun by the Illuminati, if we weren't infested by this skin-eating, flesh-eating disease called the Illuminati, this fucking STD, the sexually transmitted gonorrhea called the Illuminati, yeah, I would totally understand. And I would be a dick for talking to you that way. Of course. Duh. But this ain't the time. Like, this is not the fucking time. This is not the time to be like, I got feelings and you're hurting my fucking feelings. Fuck off. Like, pardon my language here, but it's just not, who fucking cares at this fucking point? Like, so, of course there's gonna be a bunch of people. There's a lot of losers out here, okay, that you don't need to listen to. There's a lot of losers that you don't need to listen to. There's a lot of dorks and doofuses walking around and clapping their hands like a bunch of fucking walruses, and those are the people that you don't need to fucking listen to. And those are the people that you should, if they say something, you should be like, well, you hurt my feelings. That's the fucking time, because those guys are not there for, to help you or to, do anything for anyone. That's why they're losers. So, but for us winners, right? Because I wouldn't, like, I am talking to the winners, not the fucking losers, of course, regardless of how I express myself, because if you are chosen, whatever that means, if you're chosen, is because you're supposed to be a winner, right? That makes sense. But you're not. I don't feel like people are acting like winners right now. They're acting like big fat phonies and losers, and it's fucked up. It's fucked up shit. So this is not the reason why I'm making this video. I'm just thinking about it right now. I guess this is another rant. But I feel like I need to do another rant after that rant, because I have to explain, because I feel like that rant was pretty fucked up. I've never had I've never made a video or even had ever rented that much about homos because I do have gay friends. This is the first time ever that I've ranted this much about gay people. Ever. My entire life. So, I don't feel bad, but it's fucking crazy. Because it is the first time that I do that. And I talk about a lot of things. I talk about a lot of conspiracies. And of course, I'm aware that there's a gay mafia and stuff like that. And I joke about it, which is not really a joke, but it's just the absurdity of it, you know. But now, things is getting fucking out of hand, you know. Things are literally out of hand. And it's beyond ridiculous, you know, like everything is infested with gays. Everything. And people don't care. And I understand they don't care in a way. I mean, I understand the way you don't care. You don't care in a good way. Like you're trying to not care. Like if I just don't look at it, it's going to go away. No, it's not. No, this is not what the test is, right? This is a test. This is only a test. This is a test, and it's fun for the people that are passing the test, that are you know, thriving and just fucking smashing through the wall and getting shit done. That's fun for them. But at the end of the day, there's way too much people failing this test. And I'm not even sure they're aware that this is a test. And I don't know. Maybe I got my heart is 2 times too big or 2 times too small. It depends on who you're asking. But I just can't sit here idly by and just watch people just throw themselves over the fucking bridge like that, bro. And it's not even about people throwing up, because I would push you over the fucking bridge. Like, it's not even about that. The thing is, it's the way that people are throwing themselves off of the bridge that's bothering me. It's too easy. It's way too easy. It's way too easy. It's gratuitous and easy. And quite frankly, I find it disgusting. I find it the way that people are just dropping off. I find it's gross. It's gross because it's like you're not even trying. It's like you don't even want to live. It's like you don't even appreciate. You want to know something? You know what led me? What I believe that led me to being illuminated, you know, in the real sense, in the Buddhist sense of the term, where that comes from, by the way. In the Buddhist sense of the term, illumination, when you're illuminated, that's when you get like this thing, this nirvana, when you reach like nirvana, right? When you reach the duat and nirvana and stuff, right? The prana sector, right? When you reach that illumination, right? You want to know what led me to it? What I think led me to. I'm not sure. Well, I could say, you want to know something? There's 2 things that led me to illumination. The first thing that led me to illumination was the birth of my child. When I had a child, my brain exploded for some fucking reason. It was weird. I woke up and it's like I knew everything. I don't know. It was weird. I had like a vision. I saw the universe and all kinds of shit. It was weird. I woke up one day. I was fine. The other day I was like, what the fuck is going on? It was great. It was great. It was good. Like the Bible says. I created life and I saw that it was good. Right? And then there's another thing that led me to illumination. Breathing air oxygen. Yeah, the simple fact of inhaling oxygen, I found that to be incredible. What the fuck is oxygen? Why am I breathing it in? Why is this happening? How is this happening? And I believe that led me, my appreciation for oxygen led me down the road to finding illumination. Not the Illuminati, but illumination. The real thing that you're supposed to look for instead of gaze. So, I don't know. It's just weird to me that people are so ready to... I don't think people are aware that they are breathing. Breathing is weird. It makes no sense. Why am I breathing? Why am I breathing? I don't have to breathe. I don't have to breathe. And that's probably why people believe in aliens and shit like that. Because I'm a fucking alien too. Why are you breathing? Why do you have nostrils? Like, how is that? Why is that? Like, what? Just find that weird. That you have. Why do you even exist? Why is it that you're breathing air? What's the point? Why? Right? So you have to forgive my sense of focus on mundane things, because I am focusing on mundane things. I'm focusing on children, video games, movies, TV. They seem like mundane things. It seems like art and stuff like that. It seems like something that's mundane. It seems like an everyday thing, right? It's mundane, but yet it's because of these things that everybody's trying their hardest to be gay. But it's mundane though. It's not important. It's not important, but everybody wants to be gay. Because of those things. Like people are willing to become gay to be in a movie and make $20 million. People are willing to be gay and to make a video game and make $20 million. You know, people are willing to make their children gay so they can make $20 million. Write a book about it and then make $20 million. But yet, those things are not important. Just like breathing air is not important. Just like existence is not important, right? Because at the end of the day, God is going to come here, is going to wash all these things, man. He's going to destroy all these things. That's great. And we praise him, and he's the greatest guy in the fucking universe for destroying everything. He's the greatest ever. The greatest of the greatest, the great. Since you ain't shit, because you got to, because I don't think you're paraphrasing enough. There's some people that look at things too literal. Some people look at things too literal. They need to paraphrase a little bit. You need to put your own twist into it. You need to, because when you put your own twist on it, you can understand the logic of it a little bit better than the cryptic version, right? You listen to the cryptic version, then you put your own twist on it, and then it makes more sound. So you're basically, what basically saying is, you're a piece of shit. And because you're a piece of shit, I'm going to destroy this whole fucking place. and then I'm gonna keep two or three guys that are less piece of shit than the than everybody else, and then we're gonna start over. Maybe not even, because I don't even think that's how that works. I think the people that are chosen at the end, if any of that shit is true, this is what I think happens. He comes here, he destroys, he wipes off everything because everybody's gay, and then he wipes everything, and then he keeps a couple people. Those guys stay. They populate wherever he fucking lives, and then he starts over from scratch. So those people that was there before, they don't come back here. And I don't think. Well, maybe karma has something to do with it. Maybe if you was a piece of shit, you get to come back here and do it again. Whatever. I don't know. But that's what I think. That's my vision of if the apocalypse exists, which I don't. I already canceled the apocalypse. The apocalypse is canceled. There's no such thing. But if it was a thing, if it did exist, I think that's what would happen. And that's literally what it's saying. The Bible's literally saying your world is garbage, you're garbage, so I'm going to destroy it, and I'm going to keep 2-3 motherfuckers, and not everybody's going to make it. There's 8 billion of you. There's 8 billion of you, and there's 144,000 that I'm going to keep. That's less than a fraction. That's a fraction of the world's population. That's actually less people than the Illuminati want to kill. Like at least the Illuminati wants to keep 5%. At least they're trying to keep 5%, which is a couple millions. Now God only wants a fraction. And everybody think it's great. You're not chosen. You ain't gonna make it. It's bullshit, man. So what I'm trying to say here is these things that we don't care about, that are mundane. Maybe it's those things that you should pay more attention to. Maybe it's those things that create souls. Maybe it's those things that create spirit. Maybe it's those things that create intelligence. Maybe it's those things that creates consciousness. Sorry, I don't want to sound a little bit too preachy here, Lucifer. I'm not trying to sound preachy, but I gotta say. And at the end of the day, I rather, there's some things about Lucifer that I'd rather keep secret, to be quite honest. I'm a jealous God. I don't like sharing. I don't like sharing my stuff. So there's certain aspects of Lucifer that I would, and it's a good thing too that I keep these aspects of him secret, cause go find out for yourself. Go find out for yourself, man. I mean, it's not easy, but there's little you can communicate. You don't have to do a whole ritual and stuff like that. He's always around. He's just like Shiva. He's always around. So you can just, test him. You can test it out. Like just dive in the water. You know what I mean? Because I do believe that it takes somebody with experience to bring you down that path. I don't think it's a path that you should take on by yourself. I don't think it's a path that you should take on by yourself. It is dangerous. Because the thing about Lucifer, I could sit here and say, oh yeah, he's the good guy and you should cheer for him and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, that's not true. And you want to know why that's not true? Because God made you in his image. So don't think that whatever you have, Lucifer doesn't have. Like and that's why it's a dangerous path, because you're gonna mess around and find out. Like you're gonna mess around and find out, and that doesn't mean he's not the good guy in the story, but you have to understand what good is. And I don't think people understand what good is. People think good is being fake. Being fake is good. Being fake is not good. There's nothing good about being fake. As a matter of fact, you're hurting yourself more than you're hurting the person that you're being fake to. You're stomping on your own ego. Being fake is not good. Being good is what you want to know. What you want to know why Thor is worthy? Because Thor is unapologetically himself. That's why he's good. He is not pretending to be something that he's not. He is exactly who he says that he is. That's what makes him worthy. And when you act on that basis, right, of being the self, right, then you can really do good. Because you are using your authenticity to guide people the right way. You're bringing them in the right direction because you're being authentic. You're not misleading. And that's what misleading is. When a person is misleading, like a nice person is a misleading person. You're hiding something. You're hiding something. You're trying to manipulate someone. You're trying to manipulate things. You're trying to manipulate the situation. I'm not saying being nice from time to time is not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. That's not what I'm saying, But don't be nice out of hypocrisy. Because that's bad. And that's why I can say Lucifer is good. Because he's not a hypocrite. He's not acting like something that he's not. He's not trying to be your savior. No, he's Satan. And that's it. And that's all. Like there's no more, no less. He's not trying to be God of the universe, even though he is. He's not trying to be, fucking Jesus, even though he might be. The verdict is not quite clear on that yet. No, he's Satan. And that's it. And that does make him good. And that's why he is not a liar. That's how you know. That's why we say that Lucifer always tells the truth. He does not find any fun in lying. Why would he lie? That shit is boring. And it hits you in the face after anyway. So what's the point of lying? That shit's boring. So I'm just, I don't know. I'm ranting here again. I hope it makes sense though, and I think I do. I think it does. I think it does. And yes, there's a severe. We have a gay infestation, and it's severe. It's a severe gay infestation. There's more gays than roaches. It's like a roach infestation. They're fucking everywhere. They're hard to fucking stomp out. Like fucking cockroaches, like it's shit is fucking crazy. And I feel like and I don't know, I feel like the thing at this point, maybe all gay people are evil at this point, because if you think about it, like, so no offense, sorry to say it, but Romans were Jewish, so being gay is a very Jewish thing to do. So were the Greeks, because Greeks are Africans. So a lot of Greeks are Jewish, a lot of Romans are Jewish, and so on and so on. Mesopotamia was mostly fucking Jewish. So I don't know. It feels like, I don't know. The Jews are kind of evil, and then you got the gays, and the gays are, because it's a very Jewish thing. They have a very Jewish attitude. Because I don't think if gay people were just gay people, there's a lot of people. The people wouldn't have a problem with them. People would not have a problem with gays, not that much. Maybe there'd be like 2-3 dumbasses that sometimes, like say stupid shit. But apart from that, most people would not have any problem with gays. And I don't think the gay people are not aware of that. I don't think they're not aware of that. So I'm starting to think that gay people are just plain old fucking evil. And maybe they always have been. I just never noticed. I don't know. Because why gays? Like and that's the reason why I'm like, what is this? Like, why are we fighting gay people? Like, how come we're not fighting Talibans? Or no pun intended, no offense, man, but why are we not fighting Talibans or Al Qaeda or I don't know, some fucking shit like that? Some, I don't know, some fucking African warlord or some shit. Like, why are we fighting gays? I mean, like, what the fuck? Where does this even come from? Like, this comes out of left fucking field. To me, it comes out of left field. This is weird shit. It's weird shit. So, give me a second here. So, anyways, like I said, man, if you're feeling offended by this last video, and I'm not talking about the gays, I'm talking about the winners, not the losers. Because sometimes the losers get confused. They think I'm talking to them, and I'm not talking to the losers. I'm talking to the winners. I'm not trying to talk to losers. I want to talk to winners and winners only. So anyway, like, they might feel offended, yeah, which is kind of understandable, but it's only because you're a little bit too sensitive, man. You're too sensitive, man. And you're way too sensitive at this point, especially with all the shit that's going on. You're way too sensitive. You're way too sensitive, because this is just not the fucking time. It's just not. It's really fucking not, bro. Like, Been trying to motivate people. I've been trying to motivate people for years. Years. And no, I don't, the only people apart from winners, I'm saying that on purpose so that the other, the losers don't think I'm talking to them, because they do that often. They always think I'm trying to speak to like the winners, and they always butt in the conversation thinking I'm talking to them. I'm not talking to you, you fucking loser. I'm talking to the winners. So, as I was saying, I understand, whatever, but it's just not the time. I've been trying to motivate people for I don't know how long, trying to warn them about all this shit that's going to happen. And it's hard for these people to get started. It's hard for you to get started. It's hard for you to lay down the hammer. And it's not right. And the only reason why you feel that way is because of this evil entity that you keep praying to every night, that's keeping you in that shit on purpose, because he knows how powerful you are and he doesn't want you to achieve your greatest potential. And you keep thinking the devil is the one attacking you, because you were brainwashed just like I was since an infant, because you used to go to fucking choir school. You maybe nobody fucking fiddled with your penis, but you went to fucking Sunday school and you grew up with that shit, and your parents do that shit, and your great great parents do that shit, and your great 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 grandparents do that shit. So you do that shit. But what if that was the wrong shit to do? What if the shit that you've been doing for generations and generations and generations is the thing keeping you stuck? You ever thought about that? And mind you, I my run on YouTube is going to be limited. One of these days I'm going to disappear. I can't keep going on like this forever. I can't keep going on like this forever, because I don't know if you've noticed, anybody that speaks truth, they always start out like me. They start out being genuine, authentic, straight to the point, very truthful, and then all of a sudden, they're wearing fucking what's it called again? Not blazers, fucking Oakleys. They start wearing Oakleys, and then they start wearing Oakleys and shit. And then, slowly but surely, bro, like, they start deviating off the path. And that's where we start losing them. And probably there's something way more horrible behind that. They would think maybe that's not him wearing the Oakleys. Maybe we don't know what happened to the guy before he started wearing Oakleys. So I'm expecting the same shit to happen to me eventually. Especially if people are trying their best and the hardest to be the gayest that they can be. So I don't know. Take the information before it's fucking too late. Because eventually it'll be too late. And we have a tendency of doing that. I have seen there's a lot of people that come out, they're super authentic, they're super great, everybody loves them, they're telling the truth, blah, 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 and then all of a sudden, they start to fall off. And it's not falling off like they're unpopular and shit. No, on the contrary, they start getting richer and richer. So I'm not saying these people were better than me or not better than me. But I don't know. I'm looking at the ratio. I'm doing the math. I'm doing the math, and it looks like, eventually that might happen to me too. Especially if people are hell bent on being gay. And all this knowledge and all these truths and knowledge and gnosis, because I talk about gnosis, that means that's more than knowledge. It's knowledge that has power, like Thoth and stuff like that. If nobody gets into it, it's going to disappear. And I'm a futurist. It's not like I'm a futurist. Like I think about like technology too. It's not like the technology is not my enemy. Technology is not my enemy. So I don't think it's because of technology if I disappear. Because technology is just magic in a different form. Everything is magic. So these mundane things that we don't care about, that we think is going to disappear if we don't pay attention to it, maybe now's the time to start paying attention to it. Because that's how you get infested. When you have a wound and you just don't look at it, that wound is going to get worse and worse and worse. Until it fucking kills you. Is that what you're waiting on? To let the infection kill you? What is this? What is this fantasy with dying? I don't want to die. I want to be immortal. Even though everybody tells me that's not the greatest thing alive to be, I don't care. I want to be immortal. I got my own version of immortality, just in case that actual immortality doesn't exist. I got my own version of immortality, and I want you to be immortal too. And I would like to show you my other version of immortality that some people already have, by the way. Obviously. Because no one actually ever really dies. No pun intended. Nobody ever really dies. And it's still a disservice if I leave you in ignorance. Because you might come back just as ignorant as you were before. And that's what people like us is important. Walk-ins and things of that matter. Some people call me a god eater. Yes, I am. But it's very difficult to eat a god. It's not that easy. So you can put any title that you want, any negative title you want to put on me or some shit like that. Not that walk in is a negative title, but you may perceive me as anything that you wish. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Just because I'm crazy, that doesn't mean I'm wrong. Just because I'm crazy, that doesn't mean I'm wrong. So we need to start paying attention. We need to start paying attention. We need to stop feeling bad about ourselves. Because maybe you're not rich. It's fine. But the point is not about being rich. Maybe you don't have all the muscles in the world. Maybe you don't have the girlfriend that you want or some shit like that. But those things don't really matter. That's the thing that doesn't matter. Being who you are meant to be, that is what matters. And I feel it's especially fraudulent behavior, not from your part, but from the loser's part, to act as if whatever they had, they deserved it. Because no, they didn't. They stole it from someone else. And when you're stealing people's identities, there's nothing to be proud of. There's nothing to be proud of. And as a winner, as a person that is supposed to be a winner, you don't be proud of letting someone steal who you are. You can't let people steal who you are, bro. Because that's the only thing you have. It's your soul. The other day I was watching a video. This person was talking about it was a magic video about when destiny swapping magic, right? People that do destiny swapping magic. That's what that is. You're letting somebody, when you say I don't care, when you're giving them consent to steal your shit, well, guess what the fuck else is supposed to happen? No, start caring. Because that's a destiny swap. They're doing destiny swaps. They're doing destiny swaps on the entire nation. Probably the whole world, for all we know. And you know who you are. At the end of the day, you know who you are. At the end of the day, nobody needs to tell you who you are. You know what you do. You know what interests you. You know what your interests are. You know what your capabilities are. Your whatever. So stop saying that you don't care. Stop saying that you don't. Stop saying that you don't care, dude. Start caring. Because you're giving consent to these angels to steal your life away. Because you said you don't care. If you don't care, then that's fine. So all this all this money and all these women that I'm screwing around, and money that I'm spending comes from this guy that doesn't care that I'm taking all of his shit. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's fantastic. And I'm supposed to cheer you on for not caring? I'm supposed to think that you're a great person because you don't care about people taking your shit? That's what I'm supposed to do? How does that make sense? This is preposterous. And the worst part is she's saying the thing. She literally said that word for word too. I'm not gonna lie. She said that word for word, like you're giving consent. If well, she was saying something else, but you're giving consent when you like. Well, I think she was saying like if you don't care, then you're like giving consent and shit like that. It's something like that. Anyway, I don't remember the exact word she was using, but it was something like that too. No, she was saying when you're sad, you're giving consent. Yeah, she was saying when you're sad, you're giving consent to do the thing. Because when you're sad, it's like sometimes it's kind of like you don't care. You know, you're like, well, whatever. It is what it is and whatnot. So you have to stop. You have to stop being sad. You have to stop being sad. You have to stop feeling sorry for yourself. Like I said before, you have to stop feeling sorry for yourself and stop being sad and stop, letting this shit happen. You have to stop letting this shit happen, man. And I'm not gonna go full on Dr. Feelgood here, but whatever you are and whatever you do holds a great amount of power. And this is the number one reason why I know the Christian God is an entity that's full of shit. Because when you understand your humanity, when you understand your enlightenment, right? When you understand that you are connected to everyone, you're not just connected. When people say they're connected to everyone, you're also connected to everything. Like I said before, you are the government, right? So stop giving consent to these angels that some people would call demons, just in case you're not following. Stop giving consent to these angels to steal your life away, because that's what they do. That's their job. Their job is to steal your life. That's why Lucifer was thrown out of heaven. That's why Lucifer was thrown out of heaven, out of realization that God was just stealing people's shit. It's just stealing souls. So Lucifer, out of his glorious pride, decided to rebel against that shit. And not only did he rebel against that shit, but he told God that he would be a better God than him. He would. Because he would do better than just steal people's lives, steal people's essence, steal people's soul, to keep them trapped in a vicious circle that starts over again and again and again and again. Even in your everyday physical life, you have situation that happens over and over again. Then people like, or you curse. Well, no shit. And I'm not saying either to stop being nice. That's not what I'm saying. But don't be nice because you think you're going to get something out of it. Like if you're nice with me because you think you're going to get something out of it, you're not going to like me. I'm going to end up being your worst enemy. I'm going to be like a narcissist. I'll be the worst person you ever met. Just be yourself. That's more important than being nice. Because if you are being yourself, then you are being nice. And people that want you to be nice probably have something to hide. I don't have anything to hide. I wish I did have something to, like, to be quite honest, I wish I did have something to hide, bro. I don't have anything to hide, man. As much as I would like put everybody that doesn't like money in a container and set them on fire, I don't even have that much money. I don't even have that much money, but it's just, I understand what it is. I understand what it means, And it's like the young kids would say, it's bigger than rap. It's not just the money aspect. It's what it represents. It's what it means when it's around you or in you or outside of you. Because money is inside of you. That's why there's crazy people like me that say money grows on trees. You have an infinite amount of cash locked within you. You just don't know it. Infinite. The reason why they're running out of money, the reason why the losers are running out of money and the gays are acting like street urchin and asking people for money is because they're recycling the stolen money that they stole. Because apparently they don't know how to make money. Their brains is fried. They take too much drugs. They don't understand anything. It's not even the drugs. Their brains are fried. It's like scrambled eggs in there. They don't understand any of this. And you might not understand any of this either, but trust me, they understand even less. They understand even less. And you understand more. It's just that since you're hell bent on ignoring all of the signs, you're kind of like looking away from your own inner gnosis, your own inner super consciousness. Because the answers are inside of you and it's already there. It's like right there. It's on the tip of your tongue, but you're afraid of it. You don't want God to be mad at you and whatever. Something like that. If God gets mad at you, tell him to come see me. If God get mad at you, tell him to come see me, bro. Tell him to come see me if he get mad at you. All right. The answers are already there. Everything is already inside of you. Everything you need is already inside of you. And they're taking advantage of it. They're taking advantage of people. They take advantage of their own people. These celebrities ain't got no money. Some of these celebrities ain't got no money. I'm not saying the ones that actually did the shit. You know what I mean, that really went to those parties and did these things and walked through that door. Those people might have some money. Fine, okay. But most of them, especially the ones that talk more, the ones that do more and talk more, the ones the forefront, the figureheads, they were born in it. They ain't got no money. Illuminati's their money, their mummies and their daddies. Technically. Sure, you trained the person, but the person still has talent. The person still has talent. You trained him, okay, fine. I give you that. But, that training doesn't mean shit without talent. So they're being taken advantage of too. And it's not just singers. Game developers, athletes, boxers, mixed martial arts, whatever. They're being taken advantage of. And some of them are pure evil too. Some of them enjoy all of this shit. So I'm not saying you should feel bad for them. Absolutely not. But I'm trying to make you understand that all the things that you think doesn't matter, those things actually matter. Everything matters. As the same way nothing matters, everything matters at the same time. Like, it's not that deep, but it is that deep. Shit is crazy. It's not that deep because everybody is supposed to be able to do everything on a certain level, at a certain level. And you shouldn't be criticized or judged for the level that you're at. You should be appreciated for the level that you're on, whatever that things or those things are. And it does matter because whatever level that those things are, whatever level that you are operating on, whatever you're creating is helping someone out. Whatever you are doing, whatever action that you are partaking in, how do you say, ethically partaking in helps someone out. Whether you're aware of it or not. It's like today we don't have any role models. All the role models don't want to be role models, which I understand why, because they all fucking Illuminati, most of them. But we ain't got no role models. So what we got? We got a bunch of fucking weirdos everywhere that don't have anything to aim for. We don't have any aim. How can an archer hit his target if he can't aim? If there's not even a target. What do you want me to hit? This is why you shouldn't diss Hawkeye. Hawkeye is a god. He's a god too, just like the rest of the Avengers. He's a god. The Captain America. Captain America is kind of the real archer. Pause. Now, don't go liking the dude that did the Hawkeye in the Marvel Avenger movie. He sucks. Fucking pedo. That guy's a pedo. Like, so and a lot of fucking actors are pedos. So, it's the essence of things that should matter. They only did a movie about it. But there's the essence. There's the Greek mythology stories. There's the this and that and this and that. There's an essence to these things. Whether it's scientific or mythological, there's an essence to everything. Those are the things that should be taken care of, held on to. Because like I said in my other videos, I feel like there's a thing going on with the gays when it's kind of like, you know, it's not like they're willing to just let people take over. But at the same time, it's kind of like, if you're going to complain this much, why don't you fucking do it yourself? You know what I mean? You know, I feel like there's that type of vibe going on, because how they're doing things is so blatant and cheap too. Like let's just say, like, let's look at most of shit. I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna say it. Most of the anime that comes out, man, I'm sorry, bro, it's cheaply done. It's very cheap. And the stories aren't that great either. There's probably like one anime every 9 months that come out that's actually worth watching. And that's pretty much it. And there's like a bajillion of them that comes out, bro, between those 9 months. There's 9 months. You're looking at X-Men. You're looking at X-Men 97. Cheaply done. It's fucking cheap. I could do that. I know exactly how they did it too. It's very cheap, very low budget. Like YouTubers, I've seen YouTubers do that kind of animation. Like people that don't even have a studio do that kind of animation. It's very cheap, you know. And it's on purpose because they have experience. They're capable of doing it the right way. It's just there's no one keeping these people in check. So they're just doing whatever the fuck they want. It's a fucking free-for-all because no one cares. And because no one cares, they're just, you know, throwing shit out there half-heartedly. You know, fucking movies, same shit. There's a bunch of movies that could be good. There's movies that can. There's like, apart from pissing people off and stealing money, there's no reason why some of these movies are bad. The same mistakes. Movie producers make the same mistakes for the past 30 years. Weak plot line. Sex as a filler. Like, really? 30 years, man? You still doing movies like a fucking amateur? Like, come on. There's one guy in all of the movie producers that makes good movies. You know, you watch Quentin Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino is high and above everybody else. Guillermo del Toro too. He's higher above everybody else. Why is that? How is that even possible? Like, what? I mean, like, I'm not saying like they don't have imagination or some shit like that, but dog, like, there's not two people on the planet. You know, like, you know, and after 30 years, 40 years, 100 years of making movies, you're not gonna tell me you didn't learn shit. Come on, dog. And that's where I'm kind of like, all this is a big joke, because there's no way, if you do something long enough, you're gonna get better at it. You don't get worse at it. You get better, no matter what it is. Karate, fucking magic, karate, math, French, English, whatever. If you do something long enough, science, whatever, man, swimming, you know, jerking off, I don't know, you know, you know, like, if you do something for a very long time, you get better at it. You don't stay stagnant in the same position. And they're trying to sell us this lie that we're stagnant. We're not stagnant. I'm not stagnant, bro. And we're not supposed to be stagnant. And there's a lot of people that are not supposed to be stagnant that feel that they're stagnant, even though they're not really stagnant. They feel stagnant because everything else is stagnant. It's a lie that they're selling us. They're trying to make us believe that we're stupid. And it's working. It's fucking working. Anyways, I'm gonna stop the video right there. This is my second rant of the day, which I feel is duly deserved. And I hope that it sparks something in you, bro. Like, I hope it sparks something in you. I hope it sparks something in a lot of people. Because this is not about me. This is not about me. This is not about the gays. This is about us. This is about real people, the winners. You know, because some people follow the Illuminati. They're not even the Illuminati. They just do stupid shit because somebody asked them to do stupid shit. Fucking loser. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. You know, like play stupid games, win stupid prizes. So, you know, like, all of us that are real people, right? That either are winners or supposed to be winners. You need to start caring. Because you're the boss of this shit. You're the boss of this shit. You're the boss of this shit. You're the boss. Not them. You are. Not the losers. Not the Illuminati. Not the gays. You're the boss. And don't wait for them to tell you that you're the boss. Because they're never going to do that. They're just going to keep stealing from you. And try to make you believe other stupid shit. You're the boss. You decide what goes and doesn't go. And it's time for you to realize it now. You got to stop. Man, okay, I'm being a little bit preachy now, but you got to stop believing in that God shit. I know that's not what you want to hear, but you need to let go of that God shit. And once you let go of that God shit, that's when you really become the boss. That's when you really become the boss. I know that's going to tune off. A lot of people are going to be turned off by that. It is what it is. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm telling you, from experience, from a scientific standpoint, from a psychological standpoint, if you let go, that's when you have real power. That's when the real power comes. When you're capable of releasing all of that guilt. Because it's hard to do. Releasing all that guilt is hard to do. But if you're capable of releasing that guilt, and a lot of people won't be able to do that also. And if it is okay, so if you believe in God, whatever, but you're the boss. We'll figure it out. We'll figure that out once we cross that bridge. Right? For those people that can't do that, it's fine. But remember, you're the boss. That's all I want you to do. I just want you to remember you're the boss. But for everybody else that is already on this path, that is capable, you have to let go of all this shit. You have to let go of all this shit. Let it sink to the bottom. Let it sink to the bottom. And regain your power. Let it sink to the bottom. Remove that crown of thorns. Let all that guilt and that shame sink at the bottom of the sea. And become who you're truly supposed to be. A real human. In a real world. In a world of your creation. And with that said, I'm out. Have a good one.